the countries there, but you'd see how many people are lacking the foundation skills. And this is very alarming, actually, because you're not talking about something that schools have to do different than what they're supposed to do. Because the foundation skills are something that the school's supposed to do. You're not asking them to do rocket engineering. It's just for those kids to know how to read and write and be able to communicate properly. And that means the quality of education. So we're talking actually a kind of failure on the school system, that the kids get into primary education, get into the junior secondary, and they still have foundation skills. Now, of course, we know that the internal efficiencies of the education systems in many countries are suffering. There are dropouts, there are competition, there are low achievement, and so forth. Okay, here is the complete picture of what we talk about, the foundation skills. The Philippines somewhere?
Yes, there.
Where, up or down? Indonesia here, and that's the Philippines. Here. So no schooling is low. Dropout of primary is alarming, right? And then dropout from lower secondary is big. So that's the Philippines. Okay. We have a complete picture now. Urban poverty reduces chances for acquiring skills. Rural poorest 40%, urban poorest 40%, urban richest 20%. Percentage of 15 to 24-year-old leaving before completing lower secondary schools. See the Philippines somewhere?
Towards the right.
Yes.
All right. Here. Urban poorest are at the greatest disadvantage than rural poorest. People don't see the connection, but it's true that even in the 70s there were evidence, empirical evidence, that migrants from rural areas economically suffer more than if they chose to stay where they come from. They are better off to stay where they come from than moving to the urban areas. And this completes the picture, actually. Of course, it's very unfortunate that everybody wants to come to the cities. Or the economic development is so slow in rural areas where people are forced to go to the cities. Sometimes you may be caught up in a situation where you have to just move on. Okay? This is the poor rural young women lack skills the most. It's where the female are at disadvantage, the gender parity, male are at disadvantage. You see the comparison. In the Philippines,
Males are disadvantaged.
Quite far away.
Males are disadvantaged. Philippines.
here, male disadvantage. See, you got something to think about, right? I should put it back. Now you give the ladies a reason to laugh. Skills that we think could be delivered through the secondary schooling. As kind of comparison, and then there's the Philippines.
The apprenticeship is the dual system.
Apprenticeship could be the dual system that they have in Germany, yes, which is a sort of high school, sort of technical high school. Yeah. These are similar programs that provide skills to the urban youth.
I think Dr. Anwar, this gives impetus that we need apprenticeship in high school as others have experienced.
We will talk about this later. We don't want to confuse the process because you are in the process now. These are for the rural poor youth. Second chance programs. We have examples from Malawi, BRAC in Bangladesh, and NGOs, where most of their programs actually in rural areas. Mexico, equivalent to 20% of total secondary school enrollment. So you're doing something in the Philippines to provide skills at different levels. I think this is very familiar to you. Yeah, it's already taking place as what the Philippine government is doing with regards to providing skills. Three specific aims to enhance relevance of training by adapting to local context. 8 donors, increase aid for lower secondary and second chance education. Reallocate aid spent on those studying in their own countries. So far, the BRICS, private sector, and youth. Thank you.